And we are live. Yes, yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to, reviewing with Geo's Planet, a slightly different series by me that I have not done in a while and I have been very anxious to get back to. If you don't know what this is, basically what this is you, the viewers, send in a game for me to watch, and I watch over it and I give you advice about where you can improve, what you did well, what mistakes you can work on, etc., etc. Also, if I didn't introduce myself, I'm the little talking gyoza in the corner. So yeah. Anyways, this is a video from an unknown user. They joined a couple days ago, I think, on the server, and then they posted this. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to see what they how well they do. So this is menu stuff. Actually, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Nice jump cut. Alright. First off, landing location. Let's see where they go exactly. That is. I'm not gonna. Okay, that's just preference. Okay, let's see. First off, they land. Immediate thing, grab a gun. Okay, that's good. They understand the basics of Tadji. They also grab not the gun, but okay. That jump's blessing is going to be helpful, especially in this area. Well, it's helpful mainly because what it means is you can go like from the roof, like from the ground to the roof, and between like the different layers of like this building right here and to the top of the warehouses without having to do parkour or use something like a double-barreled shotgun where they sawn off. That one's just missing shots. They see a target and they try and kill them. And then the target has come back. Decent shots. And they chase them. Ooh. And then they managed to get the last hit. Alrighty. Pretty good chase sequence, yeah. Not being ready for them to pop out in front of you after they throw that grenade at you is a bit of a caution point. Mainly because most of the time when both people throw grenades at you, they're either doing that to A, get closer to you, or B, to get away from you. And since there isn't really anywhere to get away from, they're probably gonna be running you down. If they actually had a gun, you'd be dead there, or a gun with ammo. Oh, hold on. Yeah, they didn't. It looks like they didn't grab any gun. They dropped the Beretta pistol. Meh, I don't know. It makes sense because you don't really have much ammo, and I'm guessing this person won't really use it. But it's good to have on hand, especially during this like scramble period, because having a third weapon you can uh, go to, especially since both of these are guns with rather lengthy reloads, could help you later on. Alright, this is just good parkour. It's not really necessary since they have the jump's blessing. Oh. The person down below had the storm call blessing. That could have ended badly if they happened to be walking. Actually, why didn't the other person activate it whilst this person was walking right there? They could have probably, like, if not killed this person, at least dealt severe damage to them. Not grabbing the smoke grenade might come to bite you. I'm not sure. But let's see. Running AK VSS, I mean, it works. Personally, I don't recommend it because the VSS is it's technically a DMR. Yes, I know. It handles. You can use it like a submachine gun, and it looks like an assault rifle. It's technically a DMR. It's like the S7 if it was fully auto, and it used small ammo instead. But yeah. Okay. Good fight overall. You didn't take too much damage. You managed to land pretty good, like a headshot and a couple of hits. That grenade there should have probably been your first order of business because what you could have done is actually I'm going to bring up paint for this. There's going to be a lot of paint, like Microsoft Paint being used. Don't worry. So let's say, okay, let's say this is the corridor right where the enemies are, and then this corridor is just the general area, and you had red. Okay, had a thing here, and then this is the opening, okay? and then you are going to be the blue color little guy right here. So what you did is you come here and you start shooting at them, which is fine, okay? You managed to get some pretty good hits. This guy goes that way, this person comes this way and hides behind this, like, there's like a box here. Just put like a box here, and then there's a box here. These are cover. Phil, hold on. These are just like generic cover, okay? And that's pretty good, okay? So afterwards, what it looks like is, no, hold on. Is there not a grab tool? Okay, no. Nope. Okay, basically what you managed to do is you managed to put the red person over here. This one over here. Nope. No. I'd like the... Okay, this is not the most tactile program. So, bright red is their new position, okay? Brighter red. Okay, so this person went over here, and this person went over here. And that's fine, okay? You can shoot this person without any problems, and this person will have trouble to get you. However, what you could have done... well, hold on. What you could have done, and what would have made your life a lot simpler, is that instead of that... Oh, actually, hold on, no, because we need this. Please have patience. This is not a very easy program to use. What you could have done is you could have thrown in... I'm going to use this as a grenade. You could have thrown in a splinter grenade here. What this does is that this absolutely forces them to either both of them to run this way, which is a death sentence because it's a splinter grenade. Splinter grenades are incredibly deadly in tight hallways. Basically, if you throw a splinter in here, this entire section where like this green X is, this entire section is off limits. If you stand here and you don't have like an absolutely insane amount of healing, you will die. So what you force them to do is you force them, either one of them to go this way and take damage or something, and then the other one to absolutely, they have to go this way and try and get to like the end of the corridor, or maybe just like go around here and up, because like to on top of this section right here. Hold on. We're just gonna... There is no... I don't think I can like fast forward 5 seconds or something. Yeah. So what you can do is you're gonna force somebody out here into like this section right here, and then the other person either has to run back around to try and get to this corner here to dodge the grenade, or jump out and try and jump up top. Either way, what you're doing is you're leaving both of them incredibly exposed, because let's say one of them runs to like up here and then one of them runs to like over here, or like even then they run over here because this section right here is actually not closed off. What you're doing is you're either both of them stay here and they take a ton of damage, or they go here and they're still going to take damage because it's a splinter grenade. So what you're doing is you're basically forcing both of them out of position, and you're dealing extra damage to them, because right now the splinter grenade is going to be nice, but you're probably only going to hit the person in the tracksuit all the way in the back there, and this other person, as you can see, they walk out and suddenly they're... because from what I saw from that grenade, it goes all the way into there, so it doesn't go... it's not going to hit that back section. So yeah, basically this is why you usually start fights with grenades, is because it can put a lot of pressure. Well, it puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team. They have to make a decision, where do we go? What it also does is that you can get free damage on them, and you can also force them out into the open, having taken lots of damage. Yeah, and see, right now all it does is that it doesn't really do much, and you have to back into a corner, because if you didn't throw that, you could stand like right here and heal up. Instead, you back over here and heal up, which admittedly that might not be related to the grenade, but I'm explaining why throwing the grenade earlier would have been a good idea. And also what it could have done is it could have just forced this person back here to stand back and heal, and now you'd only be getting shot at by this person instead of both of them. Okay, the other person in the back takes the wrong decision, decides to heal up when their teammate is getting shot at, but... and then they proceed to stand still. Okay, maybe it wasn't necessary, but for future reference, yeah, try to start fights with grenades. If you can't get like a perfect five headshots in a row on them, if it's something like that where you're outmatched and you can't like instantly down somebody or something like that, try and go for whatchamacallit. Also right here, you should probably just be running over and taking advantage of the free healing of the healing field instead of looting, because now you're gonna have to spend at least a couple bandages. It's a minor thing, but it can make a difference. It looks like the other people are back, and they're going to want revenge, so... what are you going to do? I think they're looking for a pistol. Probably. Okay, they swapped to Thompson. It's an interesting choice. This is a pretty solid combo. You've got the AK for like medium range, far range if you absolutely have to, and then Thompson is a very solid like uh, short and also mid range, surprisingly, option. Okay. So you know there are people nearby. You heard them crash back down. So what are you gonna do about it? Okay, you're avoiding the damage analyzer is a decision. Okay, that was a lot of unnecessary damage. You probably should have just shot them. Like I can understand if you're you're not expecting it, but you should have just swapped over and shot them immediately. Because I doubt they're gonna kill you, because they seem to be stuck, or they might have been like downed or something. But for future reference. Yeah, that beatboxing seemed accidental. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about with the jumps blessing. They can just get up here, no problem. They don't have to use any mobility items or stuff like that. Alright. That cage grenade, a cage grenade being right there and expiring right there means that there was a fight here about 15 seconds ago. So that means the winner, yep, there they are. The people who came out on top of that fight. And they are not paying attention. Okay. Alrighty. That's a nice free kill for you. And they leave already. Where are they going? They might actually... I think they're hunting for fights. Which... I mean... Sure. Okay, so it turns out somebody was just... They happened to land on somebody who was downed. So this person either has really good eyesight or that was absolute coincidence. Or maybe they downed them with the thing. That would be funny. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a flintlock pistol. It would make sense, actually. Having a third, like, high damage burst option is a very good choice for this loadout. Alrighty, you saw, yeah, this person saw the bullets flying. Alrighty, that right there is an example of when not to start a fight with a grenade, or when it's not really necessary. So this person, not having ears, does not notice you, and you notice them, probably right about now. And so what you can do is you can just use this flintlock and you get a free 80 damage. It's either 80 damage or like 100 something if you hit the head. And so what this means is that they've already lost 4/5 of their health bar. Throwing a grenade isn't really necessary here because it's just kind of a wasted grenade. You can do that and it's free damage. And so for this part, all you have to do is shoot them a couple of times. And actually, they had an AA-12, so that was a good choice. Yeah. Ooh, that's going to be helpful. Insight is a very good blessing for kill if you're going after kills because it can let you know how hurt somebody is. It's also very good for finding people when you're in tight spaces. Also for spotting people at far distances because it highlights them. Okay, I feel like you could have probably swapped the AK for those, and you could have probably landed a couple shots and by now, and they would be at lower health. This person also seems to not be fighting back, which has been a common trend so far in this game. Okay, now they are. That's some very good dash movement. They went from here all the way over here to confuse this person, because if you're expecting somebody here and they're suddenly over here, you're going to have to turn and spend time turning. Alrighty. Heal up. Oh. You hear running on your left. Are you going to notice it? No, and it almost gets you killed. Okay. Okay. This is probably like I've mentioned this before in previous videos, that you need to be that in general people should be very careful when looting corpses. This is especially important in solo versus squads because they're playing in squads mode as one person. Because more or less, squads is basically you can play it like solos, but every single time you kill an enemy or down them, I suppose, there's going to be a third party who has more or less a rough idea where you are and is working with the person you just downed. And most people in this game tend to play pretty close together. So that means if you down somebody and then you proceed to get the kill, especially with a very loud gun like the flintlock, be careful when you're looting because they're probably going to be right behind you and ready to get that kill. Honestly, you like wherever you are, you should probably be dead right now. If the person had landed one more bullet, you would be. Or if they had thrown a grenade instead. Also, I'm noticing you have a ton of unnecessary ammo in your inventory. You have shotgun ammo and I think bolts, which you can get rid of, and you could have grabbed some grenades by now. Although I am noticing that, yeah, this person has a pretty ample selection of grenades. Also, I think you're getting shot at, if I'm not mistaken. I know I am. Somebody else is getting shot at and they happen to be nearby to you. Alrighty, that's very good. Katana is not a huge fan of parkour in general. Katana likes wide open spaces, and they like cover. So Katana, I'm talking about like an enemy wielding the katana as a whole. They don't really like a lot of geometry, so like these barrels and everything. That's really annoying for them. And they also don't like height. So using jumps to get out of the way is very good. Pretty good choice there. Dynamite is a bit of a bad choice as a grenade though, because by the time the fuse goes off, it's not going to do anything. Although, actually, I'm going to keep an eye out for something we should see in about 3 seconds. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like that was actually not too bad of a grenade, because what it is, it forced the other person over here. This, honestly, right now would be perfect time to throw that cluster grenade, because you can get 2 for 1. And you throw it. Let's see. Okay, well, you get some damage, but if you had thrown that earlier, you probably could have either just finished shooting them and gone one, if not both of them, or gone one. Playing on 70 health is a bit ambitious, but from what I've seen so far, your gun skill is pretty dang good, so. Alrighty, you're gonna get the down. Alrighty. You should probably be healing up here. And not going for blessings. Okay, hold on. Oh no, I know what they're going for. Okay. I'm gonna need to talk about this. But I'm gonna let it play and then I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, so what they were doing right there is that they picked up a vampire blessing. Vampire, if you don't know what it does, is that whenever you deal damage to an enemy, you get a chunk of that back as health. That's pretty good, because if you're using something like a submachine gun or automatic weapons in a fight, what it means is that like even if both, like if you do 100 damage to an enemy and the enemy does 100 damage to you, let's say you have like a blue vampire or something, you're gonna get 25 health back as healing during that fight. So you're gonna win the fight on 25 health. It's pretty good. However, what it seems that this person is doing is they're using vampire, or they used vampire as a way to heal instead of just using a bandage, which is honestly not a great idea. You have 42 bandages. You can probably take the time to heal up. Right. Okay, so you got the person on your right who's hurt and they're in the healing field, and you got this person on the left with the rock blessing, or rock spellbook. That was the person they downed, the first person they downed. That was the person from before who I think got revived. And it's the same person throwing rocks. I'd be a bit more careful. Ooh boy. Ooh, okay. They've got a crossbow. I think it might be the crossbow pistol because of how fast they're firing it, but still, you should probably be playing a bit more cautiously here. Yeah, yeah, using downed enemies as healing is okay, and also it speeds up their death progress, which is nice and all. Just take the 5 seconds and heal up using a med kit because the gunshots give away your position, as do like the enemies pinging your location. And also, you're only on 70 health. You only got like about like what 40, 60 health back from that thing when you could have like used a bandage. It's not a bad idea. It's just you're relying, from what I'm seeing, you're relying pretty much only on vampire to heal up when you could easily just use bandages. Okay, so it does seem, I think the other person is using an auto bow. Alrighty. So they went for the enemies went for the okay, we're done playing around option. Nice shot. Okay, and you get the team. They're all dead, so going for loot right now isn't actually a terrible option. But yeah, look, you have 39 bolts and 141 shotgun ammo, and also a spray and jump blessing you're never going to use, and also a sight that you don't have equipped. You could get a lot more room for grenades and even just ammo in general, or other blessings. Right here. Alrighty. Okay, that's good. They've got regen, so they have passive healing over time now. They also they've got okay. That's just good aim, and you managed to get the team. Nice. I'm guessing either one of them just recently got revived, or yeah, or you just managed to land good shots. Alrighty. You hear them running down below. What are you gonna do? Hold on. Yes. Okay. I was like, have I been filming this whole time? And yeah, I have. Okay. Don't need to work. You was playing it. Okay. There you go. You heard somebody to right. You see somebody in front. And they are not fighting back. It's the same person as before. I think they keep getting revived by their team, or they just happen to have the like gulag. Also, this person is moving really fast because of the all of the kills they have. They have a ton of kills, so their the hunt blessing is putting in a lot of work. Yeah, 13 kills. It only caps out at 10, so they have a 60% movement speed buff, which is pretty good. It's very solid. It's rather fast. Okay. Mini grenade, ambitious. I like it. It doesn't really do much. You should also be careful. Okay, that's good. You're throwing a grenade, starting to fight. If anything, it damages the car. So worst case scenario, it just damages the car. That's good. They can't get away. Best case scenario, it damages both of them. Actually, and yeah, I think it ragdolled that person over there. Also, alrighty, good shooting. Yeah, that's good. The throwing the grenade from the sky as you fall down was because you're not guaranteed it's gonna hit. Also, you should absolutely be throwing down a shield grenade or a wall grenade or something right now because you saw these people over here shooting at this team. They were the ones that started this fight that you third partied. You were more or less standing still out in the open and are you can see them right there over in that corner. You are in position to get headshot in a couple seconds. Unfortunately, the other... Yep, there it is. And you've got more movement speed. Nice. Yep, you're getting shot at. If they had a sniper rifle or something right now, you'd probably be dead. Be more careful when you're looting bodies. especially if there are known enemies in the area or known enemies that can see you, because these are both. You saw them earlier, and you know that they're there because you saw their bullets running at them. I feel like you could probably... I'm not sure how far the grenade's range is, but you could probably use like an implosion grenade or something to to force them to back away and not shoot you for a moment to get closer. They're not hitting you because you've got a jumps blessing, and also they're a terrible shot. But yeah, that's not always the case. Alrighty, that's a very good use of the bouncy grenade. Actually, I don't know. Did you throw a bouncy grenade? No, you threw a normal grenade. That's a good grenade. It forces the other team to split, and it causes like damage and chaos. They also seem to just not be paying attention. Alright, you got one of them, and you got the second one. And it's the same people as before. You finally got that team. Nice. Same scenario as before. You heard gunshots up on the hill behind you, and I think you might have even seen them out of the corner of your eye. You should probably... Actually, you don't even have any of that stuff. Why are you still carrying around 2 stacks of ammo you're not using? Why? What? Ooh. I have been delivered an ice cream cone. It is a cornetto. This is not related to the video at all. It's just very nice. Minor pause. Make sure to stay hydrated during summer. It's very important. Anyways. So it seems like they're hunting down the last couple of people. And they're going to use an insight to do so. That's smart. There's a pretty good amount of areas to hide in long wall, and it can get you ambushed and then killed. Especially since you're not using any max health blessings. Yeah, this is AK range right now. Because you're probably losing, like, if you had the damage analyzer equipped, you'd probably seen you're only dealing, like, I think it's like 20 or 15 with the Thompson, because you're outside its optimal range. You should probably be using the AK right now, because it has, like, fun fact, the AK and the Thompson have the exact same damage values, and, like, headshot and stuff like that values. But this one has more, like, its cutoff range when it starts losing damage is further. So you'd be getting, like, more damage. Like, I mean, obviously, from all of this advice, you don't really need it from what I'm seeing. You're very skilled in your gunfights, and most of the other people you're fighting are not. To the point where you can just take on 4-person teams completely by yourself without them paying, like, any notice to you. But still. That was a pretty good grenade. Sorry. Alrighty. You've got 3 alive, and they are fighting, and you see them over there fighting. Okay, it's down to 2. I would gamble that these 2 are in a squad together. Very good. Okay, that right there is very, very good strategizing. They know that there are 2 other enemies left, and there is a pretty good chance that, well, hold on. It's a pretty good chance that they're on a team together, because having 2 solos left in a squads match like this is kind of rare. So they're throwing on the Insight Blessing to find out where they are, because if they try to just find them out by, like, running out in the open and seeing them, there's a good chance that they get crossfired. Either they get snuck up on by the second one. If they only see one, they get snuck up by the second one, or the 2 of them just shoot you or the person playing at the time. And yep, you spotted them. Okay, that one was probably just an accident. But They are not paying attention enough to punish you for it. Wow. Okay, if you're the enemies here, if you see somebody take something like this and then crash land back down, just go and shoot them. They are stunned for like, I think it's like half a second or a full second before they can actually do anything. Yeah, it's a free kill more or less. And that's just good shooting. Alright. That's a pretty good game, I will admit. Okay. So, good points, bad, or I suppose things you did well, things you can work on. Things you did well, your aim. Your aim is great. Also, your strategy and like what blessings you're using are very good. Jump's blessing and industry, very good choice. Using insight to like scout out for enemies and find out where your next targets are, very good. Grenade usage, also very good. Although you should probably be carrying more grenades because a shield grenade could have helped a lot in some of those scenarios. And yeah, healing grenade too could have helped you a lot, especially like if we rewind a bit all the way back to like the start. Okay, it's not gonna let me do that. If we rewind back to the part where they were fighting in Area 64, you could have thrown down a healing grenade and skipped all of that process of using vampire to heal off of the downed enemies. So yeah, grenade usage pretty dang good. Things you can work on. Okay, number one, please be more careful when you're looting corpses. Actually, I'm gonna make a list. Text, notepad. We'll take notepad. Okay, I'm gonna store you, and that's me, and that's nope. Hold on. Oh boy. Hi. Where's notepad? Okay, I can't have both running at the same time. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna have yeah. And then this. Okay. I'll make a room list so it's easier for people to understand. Things you did well. Aim. Use of grenades, but could carry more. What else did I say? Use of blessings, right? Of blessings. And movement. Your movement is very good. I've noticed that. Or I suppose movement for parkour / combat. If you notice that, like if we rewinds back to the people who came from Pyramid, actually I'm going to do that now, which should be a bit. Here we go. Actually, there you go. So, as you'll notice right here during this section, they are spending a lot of time in the air. They're jumping left and right using the jump blessing. And what it does is that you'll notice here, they're jumping around this person's bullets. They can't actually hit them because they're moving all around. And the same for that person. So that is very good. And then your movement for like parkour and getting around, also very solid. What you can work on. To work on inventory management. You didn't have a shotgun, you didn't have a crossbow weapon, and you probably weren't going to pick up either of them at all during that game. Just get rid of the ammo. Like, if you want to put in like a corner in an abandoned building so somebody else doesn't find it, just don't carry it around. You're not using it. And it doesn't carry over when you die. So there's that. Also, you had attachments that you never used, which a sight could have helped there because you could have gunned down some of those enemies. Like in some of those fights, you could have gunned down enemies from range before approaching them. Like, I will go back to this example. You could have probably taken a couple of pot shots with the AK if you had a 4X on it and dealt. It's not going to be much damage. You could have dealt like a solid 30, 40 damage, and that means you need to land 2 less bullets with this, and that this becomes a one-shot kill no matter what. Or you could have put the sight on your flintlock instead. Yeah, like right here, you could have. Yeah. Okay, this is a bit close, but yeah. Other things you need to work on. So yeah, if you're not gonna use a blessing, get rid of it. You never use a storm call for most of that. What else did you have? Pretty sure you had a spray blessing that you dropped. You had. I mean, keeping the insight made sense, but yeah. And then also attachments. You probably could have used, like, you had a damage analyzer earlier. I think you also, there was like a red dot sight and like a couple of barrels that you could have picked up that would have been pretty useful to you. So keep an eye out for those. And some of them, like the recoil, like the compensator, which reduces recoil by half, is really good on the, especially the AK and Thompson, because both of them have a pretty hefty amount of recoil for their class. The AK not so much, but the Thompson definitely. It's one of its like design drawbacks. So yeah, they're free. They don't cost you anything. You might as well use them. Next point. Also, side note, this is very good ice cream. It's vanilla, but with like chocolate inside. Okay. Looting corpses when clearly in danger. This is one of your key problems. If you get, okay, I'm gonna draw for this one. If you, okay, we're get a kill on somebody else. Nope. One thing at a time. If you get a kill on somebody else, okay? Bam, bam, they're, bam, bam, they're dead. And this box represents their loot, okay? And that's their loot, and you know that there is either somebody nearby, so let's say this is a wall right here. You know that there is somebody nearby, like right next to them, that can like hear you shooting at them or heard this fight, or you know that there are people. Nope, that's not the circle. You know there are people further away who have line of sight on you, like the people, the pyramid people. It's a bit curved, but you get the point. Do not, absolutely do not go for their loot whatsoever. Okay, this is a bit haphazard, but no, do not go for their loot. If you do, use something like a smoke grenade, which you also didn't have. Use something like a smoke grenade, or move around a lot, or go deal with the other enemies first instead of looting their stuff, because there are several times where you went over here. More or less. You went over here to loot their stuff, and then the enemy, this enemy right here, this is the one around the corner, popped around the corner and started shooting you, which is what happened early on in today's video. You would have died there, like you were on 13 health. If they landed one more shot, you would have been dead. Or these people, this is what happened in Pyramid. You went over here and they started shooting at you, and if they had a sniper rifle, they probably could have gotten a headshot since you were more or less standing still, or even not standing still, but you weren't moving much. So this is danger. Use something. Shield grenade. It's like this is a wall grenade, or like shield grenade, or just like this is a smoke grenade. More or less, it's a vague shape. Something like that that prevents them from shooting you, or if they do shoot at you, that it's a lot more difficult for them to do so, because it means you'll take less damage, and also it gives away their position to you and to anybody else nearby. So it turns into potentially a death trap for you. Turns into the chance that, let's say that this is now up somebody new. Let's say that this is pink. Okay. Let's say this is a new enemy, and these are the people in pyramid. Okay. Um. There you go. They're standing on the hill. They're standing on the edge of the pyramid, more or less. Okay. It's Microsoft Paint. What this means is that suddenly these people shooting at you over here can't hit you because let's say the smoke grenade. They can't hit you accurately. And so they keep shooting at you, they miss. What this means is that these people suddenly have a target that's distracted and shooting at somebody that they can't hit. Suddenly these people go over here, shoot them, and you've suddenly gotten rid of the people over here causing a problem for you. There we go, that's another team out of the way for you. So there's that. What else? Going too fast. There are several moments during that game where what you really should have done is just okay. There are several moments where you were in the game and you were like, let's say here, this is going to be an enemy inside, and then like another 2 enemies inside. Ignore the little dot. Okay, let's say this guy is down, so you managed to get it down on somebody inside the building, for example. Okay, and then these 2 people are here, and except you are kind of hurt. So I'll put one line. Let's say you're half health. Actually, I can do this. Haha. No. Haha. You're at half health. Okay. There are several times where what you should have done is you should have backed to. Hold on. You should have backed away over here, taken 5, and healed up to full with med kits or regen blessing or whatever you have on hand. Instead, what you did is you proceed to more or less charge into battle. Or actually, I suppose it was around the corner. No, hold on. And catch them off guard because, like, let's say there's a door here, and then a window here. Nope. Okay. Window and then window. So instead of just going through here and shooting through the windows, you decide to go around or maybe like go onto the roof here. No, hold on. You go onto the roof here. Like this is the roof, let's say. That's pretty good, but what it does is that it puts you at danger because you're basically gambling. It's a 50-50. This right here is a 50-50, okay? AKA coin toss. You're basically gambling and you're telling the enemies, hey, I'm betting that you guys, probably waiting for me to go through here or something, basically saying that this person right here can't kill you over here. Like, oh, you're basically gambling. You're saying these 2 people can't kill you before you can kill them. Now this is bad. For you, it works because you happen to be a very good shot, and most of the time enemies can't shoot back. But if, let's say, somebody was using the BAR, which is a pretty common gun, and they managed to land a headshot or something, if you're under 60 health, that's an instant elimination for you. You're just out. Dead. Out of the game. And basically, you really shouldn't do that because you're letting everything up to chance. Because there is a certain amount of RNG, which is random chance, in Tab G fights. You never know. It happens. The game is not perfect. And so, basically, betting your life on whether you're better than the opponent and whether you can take them out before they happen to take you out is not worth it. Because what you can do is you can instead take the time and actually, hold on. This person is still downed. You can take a minute, or not even that, it's 5 seconds or less. Nope. Okay, sure. Heal up to full, and then can go all the way over here and do the same thing as before. And these people won't have change, or even if they do, they'll have maybe they'll come over here. No, that's supposed to be. I clicked red. They'll come over here and try and ambush you or something, or they'll try and do a pincer movement or something. That's good for you because that means what they're doing is they're splitting up, or maybe they don't, and hold on. Maybe both of them meet up and they do a dual attack them, more or less. That's fine. You can use the roof, or you can use grenades or something like that, and it just gives you a better chance of winning. Which is charging in on half health. It's a very, very bad idea, because even more so, this is assuming that the people patiently wait for you, and there are certain times where like you like, I suppose, hold on, you can only get like halfway through this process right here, and you only get up to like 60-75% health, and then suddenly these people are like, suddenly these people are beelining it at you, and they're trying to take you down, and that's fine, but because there are different things you can do to adapt to that scenario. But in your case, there are several moments where none of these enemies were doing anything. They were just sitting there, or they were like trying to heal up themselves or something like that. So taking all these unnecessary risks when you really didn't have to is very bad. And once you run into somebody who's like a bit better or can like hit a bit more shots, it will get you killed. What else? Actually, I don't know. There isn't really much, honestly. What else could you work on? I suppose carry more grenades. Or I suppose carry more defensive grenades. Grenades. I can't type this word. If you're following this point right here, the first point, you're suddenly going to have like 3 or 4 more slots free and available for use, and so you might as well carry more grenades, or like more. Uh, normal grenades. Once you follow this first point here of inventory management, you're suddenly going to find that you have a lot more slots to work with in your inventory, and so suddenly you can carry not just a normal grenade and a dynamite and a volley grenade. You can also carry a cluster grenade and a fire grenade, which fire grenade is incredibly important for flushing people out of cover, and maybe like an orbital strike grenade if you happen to have a launch pad and you want to like take out a team because you're cornered, etc., etc. More specifically, also carrying more defensive grenades is incredibly useful, because what it does is that if you happen to find yourself cornered, or like you're in a scenario you need to heal up or something, see the previously mentioned section in Area 64 where you were actually I'll just rewind to it. Basically, this entire fight here, this is what I was referencing with the going too fast part. It's like a bit after this, but during this period, there are several defensive grenades that could have helped a lot. For example, a smoke grenade could have, like, if you threw that on the roof or something, you could have used that to like stall the enemies and then buy some time. But then also having more and different damage grenades, and also what I call disruption grenades, so like knockback grenades, snowstorm grenades, implosion grenades. Especially like you probably benefit heavily from using snowstorm grenades, because most enemies can't hit you, so if you can lock them in place and then just proceed to absolutely mow them down, that's incredibly valuable. And what else? Using attachments, but I get that not everybody's a fan of attachments. So there are some of them, like the fast barrel and the compensator, which are just pure upgrades. I would consider giving them a bit of a look if you're in game and they happen to come across them, but otherwise there's not much more. It's basically these 4 points, and this. The looting corpse is what has gotten you into the most trouble so far, but the going too fast is like a key thing you need to work on. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for sending in the game, whoever you are. Also, I appreciate the uh, I suppose, loyal username. I promise this is not sponsored, and I did not pay them to have that username. They just happen to be a fan of the channel, so thumbs up. Anyways, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed what you saw today and you think that your gameplay could also improve through something like this, or if you just want to see me break it down and be amazed at your incredible gun skill, which has happened, such as today's video and also in the past with like Vava and Cute Hunter, once they got a bit better and stopped aiming down sight all the time, yeah, send it in. Just join the Discord below. Yeah, just join the Discord that's in the description below. Send it in the video reviews channel, and there you go. I'll look at it, and yeah, you can get feedback. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Oh, wait, hold on. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this, like and subscribe. But it's because the more of you who do that, the better content I can make, and the more people I can reach. So the easier it is for me to make this content, and the better advice I can give. So it's a win-win scenario for everybody, especially subscribing. That helps a lot. But yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Stay tuned because I've got a big project coming up soon. So yeah, that should be fun. And yeah, ciao.